You're in the mix.
SKM presents Strictly for the Music Podcast. You are now live with the #1 podcast for all upcoming artists worldwide.
It's the real deal.
Yo, have you heard about the Anchor app? It's the easiest way to make a podcast. Yo, no cas. Yeah, I'm serious. No, not delirious. Let me explain the functions. Number 1, it comes complimentary. Are you hearing me? That means the Anchor app is free. We got all the functions necessary. Creation tools is what they calling it. Makes it super easy to edit your podcast. Yeah, even from your pocket. Straight from your phone or your PC. It don't matter, it's still free. Anchor will distribute, you ain't gotta do a thing. And they're making sure you could be heard on all the major streams. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, yeah, we got that. Many more, go ahead, explore. If you're finna make the dough, wanna let you know you can make it all here. Live your dream as an anchor for show, for free. No education further, with no minimum listenership. Yeah, you got that correct. Whatever you need, we got all you can see. To make a podcast as easy as 1, 2, and 3. Download the free Anchor app to get started. You can also go to anchor.fm. Let's get you top charted. Back to the show. Yeah, we gonna get it poppin'.
Welcome back to another episode of Strictly for the Music Podcast. I'm your host, SKN. The next guest I got live and direct got over 1,000 followers on BandLab, 25 bands and 19 collections. Ladies and gentlemen, the entertaining Zenith.
What's up, everybody? How's it going?
What's up, man? Thank you for tuning in to this, man. I appreciate you participating in this, man. Thank you.
Oh yeah, thank you for having me. Yeah, it's a lot of ground to cover, I would say. I mean, if you want to get in depth with life and music, beyond the music.
Oh, most definitely, man. So let's start with how'd you come up with the name, man?
Oh yeah, that's definitely something I want to talk about. So, actually, I go by Teasy. I go by Teasy, but that's an extension of the name. That's what it actually stands for. So the T means the, E means entertaining, and the Z means Zenith. And Zenith is actually meaning like the top of success, the top of something, the apex. It's in the dictionary too. So I was looking for Z letters. Like I wanted to mean something. I don't just want to be called Teasy. That's like there's already Teasies on YouTube and stuff like that. I gotta be different. And then I looked in the dictionary and I was like, that really spoke to me, because I was gonna go with too extra zealous, but that didn't sound right to me. So I went with the entertaining Zenith. And I just kept with it. I looked it up on like Google to see if anybody else was going by it. And I was like, nobody else was going to buy it, so I'm going to go with that. So it's 2-part name.
That's right, man. So it's Zenith. Okay, big dog. My bad. I kind of butchered it a little bit, but it's okay. All right, big dog. So besides the name, man, what is your favorite bands? Because I see you got 20. You're affiliated with 24 bands.
Mm-hmm.
Are you?
Yeah, I made my. Oh,
no, I'm sorry, sir. Man, go ahead, big dog.
So I mean, if you're talking about BandLab, my favorite band, I mean, I'm gonna go with my own, even though we don't like always, like some bands are always inbox and always putting in music. I mean, we do our own things. That's the musical expression. I made that up just for like anybody that's got 0 to 1,000 or more followers can post their music in there and just have another view of like someone viewing their music, just reach a different audience than your own. Basically, that's my goal for like BandLab. Is people that's just starting or people that's got like 10,000 followers. It doesn't matter, I'd still treat everybody the same, and I want them to still be able to reach a different audience, because you never can have enough.
Absolutely, man. So, how did you discover BandLab?
So I was I'm gonna go back some. I was on a website called Google Plus, and that they took that website away. I was doing pretty good on it. I mean, I got it on my Twitter, which is also TZ, the Entertaining Zenith. Um, I had over 2 million views on that on my Google Plus. And then when they took that website away because of people had their accounts hacked, good thing I didn't have mine hacked. But then I was like, I went a long time looking for something, another place that I could go to post music up. And then like maybe a year later, I discovered BandLab because I was like, I want my music mastered. Like my stuff was sounding all right, but I was going by headset microphone. I didn't have a professional microphone. And then I was like, I just need something mastered. And then I didn't really believe it. That it was like, oh yeah, they'll make your sound better, and you got unlimited. But then I found BandLab and I started it off, and now I also use a place called AudioMac too. So I use BandLab and AudioMac both for music.
So for the people that don't know what BandLab or Audio Mac is, can you give us a little bit of detail, big dog?
So BandLab is basically like a place where more audience can like collaborate. You can message people if you want to collaborate with them. It stuff can be forked, meaning that if you press on that, it'll BandLab will let you record it, just like you using GarageBand or Logic. So that's BandLab, but AudioMac is a little different. AudioMac, you post music, people can comment like it's on YouTube, but you don't have any direct messages. I would like it. I mean, to kind of get more feedback and interact with more people because I like interacting with people. But it unfortunately it doesn't have that yet. But it also AudioMac, like if you get 1,000 streams, 10,000 streams, you'll get like a trophy they'll send to you in your email.
That's right,
So
man.
that's the difference,
Hell
basically.
yeah. So after you got shut down or you deleted the Google Plus, man, you're looking for an outlet. You find BandLab. What's the first song you
hmm
released, big dog?
I think it was like a remix of a song. It's not really popular. It is like a EDM remix because I'm like I that's one thing I don't like to do is just stay in one genre. I don't really consider myself like a normal rapper. I would say like sometimes I'm rapping, sometimes I'm doing like a spoken word, but it was definitely EDM song. And then I did like a remix of Maggie Rogers, um, Light On. Like some people would know that song and some people wouldn't. But if you know Maggie Rogers, she's actually I'm from originally from Cambridge, Maryland, and she's from Easton, Maryland, which is like 20 minutes apart. So I had to kind of represent the DMV with that song.
Hell yeah, big dog. So with all the bands and all the love that you're getting on BandLab, man, because I see a lot of people supporting you. How does that make you feel, man?
Yeah, I'm definitely grateful of it. I mean, like I just remember like that was so. Going back even more like 2015, I used to put my stuff on YouTube, but YouTube was really um copyright driven. Like they was telling me that I was doing copyright this, copyright that, but really to go back in 2015, my grandmother inspired me. She heard some of my music and she was like, "Oh, you got to put this online." 'Cause actually, if she never told me that, I probably wouldn't have been on Bad Lab at all. She passed away last year, late last year, but she's definitely one of the motivations of me putting stuff online. So had she not said that, had I not shared my music with her in that sense, I probably wouldn't have met anybody on Bad Lab. Probably wouldn't have had this interview. Because I was so fearful of it. Because I'm very like kind of like a perfectionist. I want stuff to sound right, be good, and I just at the time she just really urged me post music up. So I definitely am grateful of the love that I've been getting, and I want to extend it. Like I told people in one group, there's a cover group by Philly Pay. Um, I told them that if any singers, like good singers, like 'cause I like doing cover medleys, which is a new thing I've been doing, and I haven't seen anybody else do it because a lot of people are about themselves or they don't know how to put different singers all in one song. But that's what I'm trying to do is like put YouTube singers here and BandLab singers here all together in one song, and that's a lot of that's where a lot of my views has been coming upward now, is because people are liking these different sounds. Sometimes do multi languages, like I just posted one this morning which it's got Korean, Japanese, and English in it. So I'm definitely expanding to different languages, not only just genres too.
That's right, man. So everybody out there that's listening right now, man, will you plug in your social media so they can all follow you and maybe even get a feature with you?
Yeah, so Instagram will be still Teasy. I just created a new Instagram. It'll be Teasy, just Te. Well, actually, it'd be the Entertaining Zenith. That's actually on Instagram. So it's TheEntertaining, and Zenith as in Zenith, and that's for Instagram, YouTube, and it's for BandLab.
All right, man. So everyone that probably don't know what EDM is, can you kind of explain it to them, man?
So EDM is basically like electronic dance music, and it's like I always way back like I started rapping in about 2001. So I'm not new to this. And so EDM used to be like we used to have this music choice, and on music choice when we had cable, I would go on there and just like I just hear what the latest EDM song was. Sometime it would be let's see, it would be something like I like it's a song I don't know who it's by, but it was like back down to zero. I mean, I'm not trying to sing it, but that's how it went. And it had like this beat like din 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 din, din, and then I would rap off that just to practice. But I actually been like rapping, and I've been rapping since 2001. I started writing after my great grandmother passed in like 2007. In 2008 I started writing songs, and then I started actually posting songs 2015. So like from this, that's just like the different timelines of when I got started, and when I kept continuing, and now like about 2018, I think, yeah, 2018, I got a professional microphone because I wanted to stand out, and I didn't want people to be like, well, dang, it sound like he's behind a wall or something, and then this other person sounds clear as day. I didn't want to collaborate with people because I had I mean, I didn't have the best microphone for a long time. I started out recording on my phones. Like I would like, for example, like I would have one of my, favorite rappers is Ti. So I would like anytime a rapper, anytime he come up there, I would like record it on my phone. Then I do my rap part, and then I'll go back to like I just try to do it in between the hook. Then the hook come back, and then I would give the phone again. So, but like I remember when I used to play it for other people, some people was like, "Dad, I can't hear you. I don't know what you're saying. I can, it just didn't." But that's back then. That's how hungry I was. That's just how that went. I just was hungry to like, and I mean, and then even farther back too. It's like probably like 2008. Ludacris had like a competition, and he was like, "You spit 16 bars and stuff. He'll feature you on a song," and I did it, but on the phone, I was like, back then back when I first started, like 2008, I wasn't all that good. Back when I first freestyled on in 2001, all I had to do was literally all I had to talk about was like the drink Yahoo and tennis. That's all I could rap about.
Hell yeah. So
That's
man, this music that you created, this wasn't just overnight, right? You've been doing this for since 2001?
yeah, since 2001. So yeah, we was in South Carolina one time, and my mom, she had this song called Lights Camera Action by Mr. Cheeks, and some people like that's way back because it wasn't even the iPod, it was like the actual CD disc, and she let me hear it, and that's from then on when I heard that beat, the dun 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 dun, that and then that inspired me to like start rapping, freestyling, and then I started writing in 2008. But actually, like all my songs on Band Lab are all freestyles. I didn't write them at all.
Man. So every song you've done is straight pure freestyle? Have you got into any freestyle
Yep.
competitions?
Every No, I don't. I'm not really into battle rapping. I do watch battle raps. I do like Arsenal and there's a lot of them like Disaster and DNA. I do like battle rap though. I would definitely like if I had the chance, King of the Dot or even Smack. I would show up to just like show love, even though they wouldn't know who I am. Most likely, maybe I don't know. Maybe in time, I don't know. But like if you want to know some of my like favorite rappers, it's always T.I., Lil Wayne, Drake. Of course, I heard a lot of people say Eminem. He's one of these like I not only like listen to rap, but I've actually studied lyrics. Like I don't try to memorize them. I just try to study like how did they put these lines together. And like Eminem is one of the ones that he's multi-syllable. He can rhyme. He rhymes within a line, and I'm in some of my written songs it's like that, but a lot of my freestyles I don't try to do that because I don't want to lose people. I don't want people to be like, "Ty, what is he talking about?" I mean, it sounds okay, but what is he talking about? And in today's climate, a lot of times they want a lot of music dumbed down, as they say. This I'm not calling anybody dumb, but that's what they call it in the music terms because beyond music, I've taken classes on music theory and music business, and that was one. I mean, that wasn't in the class, but you just when you do your outside researches beyond your major, you end up knowing that this is what they look for. That's why a lot of like Little Pump and all that. I mean, like the one word hooks, they grasp people in shorter verses. That's why the hip hop climate's kind of like that. But I also listen to a lot of Latin trap music. Brian Myers, I like Brian Myers, and I like El Jefe. Um, who else I like? I mean, I just like Latin music. Anuel, Doble I. I mean, some people know what I'm talking about, but yeah, that's the I like different music within other genres and different languages. I listen to Finnish music, German music, Japanese, Korean, like K-pop and all them, Filipino music. I just get inspired by any type, a lot of types of music. And there's so many artists out there. Indian music I listen to. I know a lot of Indians. I like their food too, and Filipino food. Um, it just goes way out there. Like it's so much more than just our cultures in the United States. But like I'm from a small town, Cambridge, Maryland, and a lot of times I work for a hotel, the Hyatt Hotel, shout out to them, and a lot of times you will meet different interns from India and from Europe and stuff, and a lot of European music I like. They got a lot of good artists, but sometimes you might not even hear them because they're so underground. But I guess some of them just okay with that, I guess.
Hell yeah. So in the future, when all this stuff comes together, man, and you're doing it pretty well, are you gonna be able to be doing shows out of like not just the United States, but overseas. You know.
That would be the ultimate goal, even if I had to wear a mask or something. With all things considered, that would be the goal. That I always wanted to travel um, outside the states. I always wanted to go like Europe, Japan, and I mean I'm open-minded as far as that. And like the Philippines. I would like a lot of those places. I know like Google like shows you some things, but it's just like even better like when you see it in person. Because I've kind of conquered United States because like I live on the East Coast. I've been down south, which I'm living in Georgia now. I've been on the West Coast, been in the Midwest. I've been like, Chicago, Ohio. I've been to California, like San Diego and LA. I've been to Seattle, Washington. I've been up north on the west side. So I feel like I've conquered United States. I feel like even though I haven't been to every state, but yeah, I definitely would want to go to a different country just to see the culture and like just to see like you on the road and you see you on an autobahn in Germany or something. Just to say that to me that's mind blowing. To be in a different country and I have some friends that are in Europe and maybe I'll be able to meet up with them again. So yeah, that would be awesome if I could do that.
That's right, man. You said your biggest influences are who? Hello, TZ.
And like I said, like studying people's lyrics and stuff like that. I would study theirs. I would study both of their lyrics. Even beyond the songs that I had, all I had was like Paper Trail. That was back in Paper Trail and the Carter Three. I studied all those songs. I don't ever try to memorize people's lyrics because I feel like that's what they wrote. I'd rather memorize my own lyrics because that's what I wrote. And I feel like when you do too much of remembering someone else's lyrics, you end up kind of being like them. And like one of the things that I really took from my grandmother, when she heard my music, she was like, it kind of reminds me of Drake, but it's still like your own stuff. Like it's because I rap slow. Like I have a slower rap tone, kind of, and I kind of speak slower. But I can rap faster if I want, but I don't because I don't want to lose people. And sometimes I feel like if I rap fast, they're like, oh, he's trying to be like Joyner Lucas or Logic or something like that. But I don't want to be like any of those guys. I just want to be myself. And if they don't accept it, well, they probably find another artist they like. And then if they do, then they're gonna rock with me, and us together can build a brand. That's the way I look at it.
Exactly. So if you could collaborate with any artist, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
Oh man. Ooh. So I mean, there's so many. Can I have like how many you want me to have? Like five
Give
or
me
just
top
one?
five. Yeah, top five.
All right. So anybody can collaborate, dead or alive, would definitely be Tupac because of his songwriting and what he stood for. It's not even like the thug lifestyle. I'm talking about like he was about like unity, unifying, the people, and he was for the people. And I haven't really seen too many rappers do that. Like he could have been like a politician to me too. So that's Tupac. That's one. Two. Let's see. Two would be definitely. Well, this is only rappers. So two would probably be Ti. I definitely like his wordplay, and he really pushed me. It's another guy I used to go to church with. That had like a good vocabulary. But as far as rapping wise, Ti was definitely one of the ones that like made me like, cause he had words on paper trail. I was like, I don't know what that word means. Like he was saying belligerent and all that stuff like that. And at the time, I didn't know what belligerent meant, which it really means like you're, um, it's in the dictionary, but it's kind of like you're being hard to deal with or um, something like that, like hard, difficult kind of.
Yes.
So yeah, that's two. Three would be Lil Wayne. Because well, I would say still now Lil Wayne, because he's still like his like I said, I studied lyrics, so he does like normal idioms, like like an idiom would be kind of like he let's see, you reap what you sow. So he'll take an idiom and then he'll make it his own, and that's like he'll say, I mean, I'm just making up something, but like you seek what you reap, or I'm the reaper, or something like that. Like he makes it his own, and like just from like an idiom, I've seen him do that a lot. So yeah, I just like how he does that. So number four would definitely be Drake, because um with Drake, he he's got like I mean, he sings, he raps, and but not beyond that. Like his lyrics are a little different too. He mainly like mentions like a lot of places, and sometimes like on different songs he'll have like a place I never heard of, but I'm sure people in Toronto or people in Calabasas probably know exactly what the place is. But I know right now he's been like mentioning like a lot of rich places, but it just sounds good how he forms it into a rap, or he does like a difficult name, uh like maybe someone that's from a different country, and he still be able to kind of rhyme with that. And so number five would be probably Eminem. I think it's gonna be a tie between Eminem and Lupe, because I feel like those two, Lupe Fiasco, a lot of people, he did Superstar back in there. I know a lot of people, or Kick Push, a lot of people probably recognize him from that. But those two will be like shared number five, because I feel like if I was in the studio with Eminem, I have to write something down. It's no way I'll be able to freestyle and be satisfied, because I got that competitive nature and he got that competitive nature. So I feel like that I will have to write down and memorize. Even though I don't like doing that, I don't like writing something down and memorizing it, because my mind is so active. That's why I freestyle, so I can go on to the next verse. And maybe I just play it back a hundred times if I have to memorize it. But I don't really like writing to memorize. But yeah, those are my five rappers. But if you want to go singers, that's a whole different go around. So you want me to do singers?
Yeah, man.
Okay. So singers, um, there's a singer named Alus. She's kind of like on the underground, I guess, but she does make a lot of music. A lot of people probably haven't heard of her, but she's definitely a good singer. Kind of sound like in her own way, she can make a tone in her voice that sounds like Ariana Grande, which that is transferring to number two. Who I would want to work with is Ariana Grande. Because I mean, she can hit the high notes. She's just like a really good artist. I like another one is Tanashi, the one that made 2-1, and she got a lot of other songs. But I'm just trying to do like her most popular songs. I feel like with her as an artist, she can take the high notes too, and I just like what she stands for. She's like a West Coast artist, but she's been all around. But I definitely listen to a lot of her music is on my iPod. So that's number three. Number four would be, let's think. Number four would be Janae Aiko. I believe I'm saying it right. Janae Aiko. Um, she she's got like a lot of good songs. I mean, I know like for a male, that's I mean, like some males would be like, oh no, you shouldn't, all these soulful women and stuff like that. But I mean, like most of the, well, that's all four females. But so number five would be Trey Songz, basically. Trey Songz, I always liked his music too, and I could always vibe to that. And I mean, I feel like if I did a rap song, he could sing the hook or do a sing. I mean, I just feel like we will mesh well as far as like music making.
That's right. So, what do you do outside of music, man?
Outside of music, right now, I've been working on voice acting. So it's kind of like a voiceover for like commercials or voiceover and like narration or audiobooks. I'm in going into that just to have like a backup beyond music, but also it's still in the same industry. Like this, it's still in the same retrospect of media and TV and entertainment. Um, that's and voice acting is I mean once you get the hang of it, and I'm still learning. Um, After that, I kind of want to branch off to acting, like studying acting, because I think I view movies differently. Like a lot of people just view the two actors. I'm looking at the scenery, background. I'm looking at the people that's interacting. I'm looking at their facial expressions. I feel like I view movies differently. Like a lot of people probably just watch it just to watch it. Sometimes I even like credits. Sometimes I just sit there and watch the credits to see who was in it. Um, but I like as far as movies wise, I like a lot of like comedies or sometimes even romantic comedies or sometimes horror or thriller or psychological. I really like psychological, something that's going to make me think through the whole thing, and then you be like, oh, yeah, I think I know who did it, but then they smack you in the face with it, and it's a whole different person that you saw in the first part, but you didn't notice that person because they was in the background. It was they placed them there for a reason. So I like definitely different movies like that. I mean, on Netflix, I've been watching 13 Reasons Why. I've been watching the I watched the Big Show. I'm into wrestling too. I like WWE, AEW, any type of wrestling because I've been watching that since I've been younger. Um, be in like it's I know a lot of people like the first thing people gonna say, oh, wrestling's fake. Why do you watch it? And like, but like, why watch something like okay, nobody watches the Marvel movie and say, oh yeah, this is fake. Let's not watch it. It's kind of like the same thing. It's theater. It's like wrestling is theater. I've been there live. I've seen Undertaker live. And like that's shout out to him if he ever hears this. But yeah, yeah. So I've seen a whole bunch of the people that you see on TV. I've seen them live, or like at WrestleCon. There's like WrestleCon is like a whole week. It's like WrestleMania week, and you get to meet these wrestlers in person. Like I met Scarlett, or like she's in NXT, which is like the next generation. If people don't know that, Scarlett, or formerly known as Scarlett Bordeaux, I met her there. There was Lita, Tristratus. There was all the Victoria. I met her. Um, there was a lot of the old people, the old wrestlers that like back when everybody's watching it. It's also some of the new people that maybe people haven't heard of. But I definitely I remember one of my first tweets. I told Stone Cold um that I was excited about his shows, and I said that's the bottom line. He was like he actually answered me back, so I was like doing backflips when he answered me back on Twitter back in like 2010, and I still way down there, way down in my tweets. I probably still got that, but yeah, I was happy that day. That was one of my favorite wrestlers. Him and The Rock definitely, and even The Rock is still like prominent now. That would be probably like one of the people I would actually like as an actor. I would definitely like to act with. But like my favorite actors is definitely Michael J. Fox. Michael J. Fox I definitely like as an actor. Because my favorite movie is Back to the Future, because I like the always liked how like we look at our past, like say your past is being recorded, and you like, in my mind a lot of times I'm thinking like, dad, you didn't know you was gonna go through this and that, or you didn't know you was at that time, you didn't know you would get to this point. And I like that's why I like about time travel, because in the future, I mean, if you're looking at your past, you get to say that, but in your future, you're like, all right, I know this. But then there, in our present time, like right now, right where we're at now, this is our future. But one day this is going to be the past. When this is a year from now, it's going to be the past, and we can look, and maybe we can look back and like, die. We was, just you were just starting out. I was just, doing this, doing that. Maybe in the future we could say that we're, at a different stage, I guess per se, a different stage of where we come from right now, or where we're at right now, or we didn't, maybe we'll learn something. Because like one of my favorite things that I've said about myself is that I have the same brain, but I have new knowledge, because I'm learning something every day. So I mean, and your brain doesn't change, but your thoughts do.
You
Are
there?
you still? I say yeah. I was making
Yeah.
sure you were still there.
Yeah, man. I
I
don't know
guess
what
you
that
on there.
was, man. It's been doing
Oh,
that for
okay.
some reason. I don't know why it's been doing that, but anyway,
Oh,
so
did you
yeah,
hear
I get
everything
what
I
you.
said?
Yeah, well, you kind of cut
Okay.
out for like 30 seconds, but it's all right.
Oh, that.
Um,
Ooh.
all right. Let's go to. Okay, so we already talked about the hobbies you like doing. Um, who are the favorite artists on BandLab right now? You love to collaborate with.
I would love to collaborate with on BandLab. There's one name. She's got like really good vocals. I think I'm saying her name right. It's Yana. I think she's from like California. Yana got vocals. That I've been listening to her songs, and I definitely like that. So that's one. Um, so let me see. Let me think. Let me think. There's a rapper named Young Marilyn. I actually invited him to something I did last night. So I don't know if he's gonna hop on or not, but that's two. I actually would like to do another song. I mean, like I kind of did like a mashup with Stellar Lizzie. You already did a um you already did a podcast with her, but I actually would like to do more of like a rapping kind of thing with her. Um, because I haven't actually rapped with her at all. So that's three. Four, I'd probably be Felipe. Um, he kind of reminds me. He kind of like that old Eminem style, kind of like he raps fast. I don't know how we will mesh with on a song, but I think we probably could make it work. Um, so that's four. Number five. Number five would be. I'm gonna leave five as a question mark because I think I think I'm gonna leave it as a question mark because that spot might not have been filled. I think it will be filled with someone that might not be on Bad Lab right now, or I might not have discovered yet because I took a little break from music to actually be a listener. Because when I'm in that mode, I don't really get to listen to everybody like I want to, or like I should. I mean, I do listen to people, but like when I'm in that mode, when you're in that doing music mode, you want to listen to make sure yourself is, but you also gotta keep an ear out for your competition. And I look at myself as competition, but I look at everybody on BandLab as like, or BandLab or Audio Mag, whatever you want to call any place really. Spotify. I look at I look at those as people, like if I want to get inspired, like want to keep me rapping, like, oh, okay, they made a good song. Okay, well, I think I can make a good song too. But I mean, not in the same. uh subject or anything. Just listening because I feel like they're a good artist or something like that a lot of times.
Hell yeah, man. So do you have any albums you're gonna be releasing?
I actually don't have any desire to make an album at all. Because if I'm gonna do an album, I feel like that I have to have like I can't, I don't feel like I feel like if I do an album, I have to be in the actual studio. I want my album to have the best mixing, mastering, and all it can have. Um, and I want it, I would rather have it that I mean, I want it mainly just me, but I just feel like I'm not. I just feel like I just want to put out music. I'm not really bent on doing an album, and even really a mixtape. I know that really kind of sounds like bad, but I just want to work on my craft more and build. I want to build something basically, build something, and then the album will come. But I'd rather like build something and um and then do a mixtape then an album. I'd rather do it that way because like okay, the mixtape if it's mastered and mixed the right way on a good platform, people actually want it. I mean, a lot of people. A lot of people I feel like can make a mistake when they put out albums and they have like a support me and nobody actually buys it, they just listen to it. And I didn't want that. Like if I want to make an album, I want it to actually be clear that I want people to buy this. You know, I want them to have this, and I want classics on that album. I don't want just me rapping maybe 3 4 minutes or 2 minutes or something like that. I don't want just that. I want like it to be a story behind that album. That's what I want. I want a storytelling. I want raps, and like maybe the first album might be just me, and then the next album be uh some other artists.
That's right, man. So no new projects, no dates we got. So all right, big dog. How is your music gonna evolve from here?
How's it going to evolve? So I think I'm just gonna try like different things as far as like uh different beats, collaborating. Actually, I've been actually networking as far as like reaching out to different artists and seeing if they want to collaborate or if I could use this of theirs like a cover or something like that. So I think there's going to be a lot more cover medleys, um, and that ranging from different languages too. It might be could be Spanish, could be Japanese, could be Chinese. I'm 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 open to all that. Um, and so that's how I think I'm gonna evolve is like collaborating with different people from different places and them actually being like, okay, this is a good artist. I can collaborate on my own stuff. So that's like to me, if you collaborate with somebody in Japan, there's people in Japan who's going to listen to that, and that meaning they could share it to a friend of a friend of a friend, and you're already have Japan as a spot of being heard at rather than if you only collaborate with people in the United States, you'll only be known United States or people that actually listen to the US music. Because there's people that I mean, like back in 2010, I used to hang out with a lot of people from Beijing, China, and a lot of people I would name off all these popular people, and they would not know who I was talking about. But if you and it's the vice versa. Like if they was telling me Chinese rappers, I never heard of them. I don't remember their name right off the bat, but they had never heard of them. Anybody that I had named off, any rappers, but they knew the pop singers. So that's why, in a way, I consider myself like a kind of like a pop rapper, like a Pitbull, Flow Rida, and all that, because I barely, if you look on my channel, I barely have actually hip hop songs. I'm not talking about, getting this with every woman I got, or I'm not talking about like gun having and all that. I mean, I've been around that, but I don't want to rap about it. I know that's like kind of like I've
You
I've
want
been around. Hmm?
to separate yourself from that, don't you?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the best thing. Yeah, to me, I know a lot. I like back in my home in Maryland, and all due respect, I'll still hang out with them, but I don't wanna be a trap rapper, as they say. I don't want to be the one hook person, or if it's a one hook, and hopefully I got a good verse for it. But I don't want to be like everybody else. I don't want to be talking about I'm toting these guns or doing the yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's prominent in Atlanta, Georgia, where I'm basically at. That's a huge wave, and I know a lot of people make money off of it, and kudos to them. But that's not where I want to go. I want to go to maybe a worldwide audience. That's what I'm like. That's one of the things my grandmother would say is like when she heard my music, because I don't try to cuss or anything like that in my music. She was like, this could reach a worldwide audience, because like anybody and their grandmother, well, some songs, anybody and their grandmother, some of my songs, not all, could listen to, but left of the cover medleys, because like a lot of the cover medleys, there's a lot of YouTubers I've like reached on Snapchat and on YouTube. I asked them if I could use their cover and put it together, and they was like, okay, yeah, and then I sent it back to them. They're like, oh man, I can't believe you did this, like in a good way. Like I can't believe how you situate these people, like your vocals. It might be like 4 or 5 different people all in one song, and it might be like 7 to 9 minutes, but it's still like it just still comes together all together as one. And a lot of people, I'm posting it on my YouTube, which is the Entertainment Zenith too. Um, that that a lot of people have been looking at it, even though I just started posting stuff back on YouTube. So I only got 8 subscribers. So hopefully, this will get me maybe 12 or 15. I don't know. Who knows? It might be 100. Never know. I don't know. But and I just started my Instagram, and I just want to make it all in tune with each other, like social media. Because in Audio Mac, I'm doing pretty good. Right now, I just started that in January and I'm almost at 400,000 total views for that. So like, I just want it all in tune with each other. That's my goal. That's actually how I'm evolve, is like just having all my social medias in tune. So you never know. All it takes is that one person to listen, and they be like, man, I want to kind of sign this person. But if I want to sign with something, I want to actually not only be an artist, I want to be an A&R, because I feel like I'm already doing that right now, as being like an A&R, as in like finding people on like YouTube, BandLab, AudioMac, and I just ask them if I can use their cover, and then they'd be yes, or some of them. If they don't answer a lot of times, I just leave them alone, because sometimes they're so popular, they don't get the answer to nobody, I guess. But a lot of those cover medleys, so there's YouTubers, Victoria Sky, I think I'm saying her name right, would be Aisha, from the Netherlands. La Pocahontas, I think she's from UK. Arini Devitt. I actually have a good um, cover remix of Katy Perry Daisies with her, and she's from the UK. And a lot of these people are upcoming. So I might as well try to catch them now before they get too big, because you don't want to. If they get too big, a lot of times you don't get to hear from them. Maybe they still active, but if you try to message Doja Cat, you're not gonna get no response a lot of times. I'm just saying as an example. It's like Nicki Minaj and all of them. Sometimes they answer, but if they do answer, you're gonna get like 100 or 100,000 retweets or something like that. But I'm just saying, like, that's how I'm gonna evolve. Is just reaching out to more artists and them being able to say, "Oh yeah, this is awesome that you did this. You put my vocals with another person I never even heard of."
All right, man. So, what advice would you give to any upcoming artists right now?
So my advice is just be yourself. Like, don't try to be the baby. Don't. I've heard a lot of people on BandLab trying to be the baby, trying to be next little pump, trying to be the next Roddy Rich. I heard all these. I like, don't try to be like them. Be yourself. Try to find your own craft, your own niche. Um, because they're already, and a lot of people are like, oh, it's like a formula. If I do this, I'll make it. And I mean, yeah, that formula lasts for a while, but like, what happened to where's Trinidad James now? Like, you heard one hit from him, and he was gone. It's a lot of one hit wonders that come from that, and sometimes that these artists they're uh get a fan base fast enough that they can have more than one hit, but a lot of times one hit wonders, and you don't want to be that. That's what I always been fearful of. But yeah, my advice, big advice, is be yourself. Try your own thing. Talk about your life. Don't try to talk about somebody else's life. Um, and that's the biggest thing. Just stay true to you, because if they gravitate to you, it will stick. If you're trying to be someone else, they're gonna find out that you're trying to be like somebody else. It's going like you might get to a certain status, and they're like, "Oh yeah, well this song sound like the baby." You don't want to really have that comparison. That's why I haven't had that. Thankfully, is that nobody can, like, when they listen to my music, they can't really think of someone that I actually sound like. Like as far as rapping wise, 'cause I try to switch it up sometimes. They can't. They're just gonna gravitate to Teasy. That's. I think that will be the best advice I can give someone is just remain yourself, remain humble, be thankful for every viewer. Don't try to get to 1,000 and be like, oh yeah, I'm better than everybody, because you're not. You still got a long way to go. I still got a long way to go. We all do, but I just think we should be unified as artists. That's why I'm thankful for you letting me do this, because I never had like an interview like this. But I'm thankful that as artists, as ourselves, that we can have something like a platform like this to just talk about anything really. And that's my greatest advice, is just remain themselves, remain humble, interact with people. Because I mean, even in my hometown, there's rappers, and some of them rappers, I'm not gonna say any names, but some of those rappers, they get to a certain point and they like forget everybody. They go to DC, Washington DC, and it's like forgetting everybody. Some of them don't, and I salute the ones that don't. But it's just like, I don't care if I had 20,000 followers. I still want to collaborate with that person that got 0 followers or one. Because you never know. Like, that one follower that they don't have, they'll find out who you are when you collaborate with them. It works both ways. You never know where that person that had 0 followers now, or they might have 100 followers now, they could have 30,000 followers one day. You just never know, and you'll be too late, or you'll be disgruntled because you didn't collaborate with them or you didn't interact with them. Like, a lot of people on BandLab could be future people that be on BandLab, and never know, they could get signed by a label. You just never know. Just interact with people. You never know how it could turn out.
That's right, big dog. So, you got any special shout outs you want to give?
Uh, yeah, I mean, well, if I feel like it would be too many people to shout out, so I'm just going to shout out everybody that's listening. Thank you for everything. I'm always grateful for every listener, everybody that has feedback. I mean, everybody's got haters, but even the haters, I still try to be nice to them. Like, maybe they can just find another artist they like. And normally it's usually the people that listen to that mumble rap. A lot of those people don't like what I say because I'm actually clear on my raps. But yeah, I'm just thankful for everybody. That's my shout out. Just thank you for listening this long. It's been about almost 54 minutes, but I thank y'all for hanging out with us and listening.
Hell yeah. So plug in your social media one more time and all that, so everybody that's still listening can go follow you, big dog.
So on Instagram, YouTube, BandLab, AudioMac, all those are the entertaining Zenith. And that's Zenith as in Zenith, which is the apex of like success, or it's just like the top, basically. It's not something about anything about demons or demonic. I'm not down for that. If it is, maybe that's another definition for it, but mine's means like the top. That's what it means. Zenith, at the top of something.
There you go, man. Another episode down, Strictly for the New Podcast. I'm your host, SKN, and we're gone.